So I feel like my job is to heal out loud and be so much myself that every woman who encounters Girl Just Heal feels that she has no other choice but to heal and grow and evolve into the best version of herself, because that's exactly what she's surrounded by the moment she enters this space. What's poppin', homegirls? Welcome back to the Girl Just Heal podcast. I'm Neimoya Basden, and Chad, listen. So how are you doing? How are you feeling? How are you healing? Drop me a comment. Let me know all the things. I want to know how I can show up for you. You already know how it goes. Rate the podcast. Leave a review for the podcast if you're listening like on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. If you are watching the visuals on YouTube, go ahead and drop a comment. You know, like the homegirls be checking in the comments, and I love that so much. So go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know how you are doing. All of the things. I love to hear from y'all. I love to interact with y'all, and y'all already know. So we're going to go ahead and get into this episode, y'all. We're going to start out with a homegirl shout out. So we're going to read a homegirl review, and this is from Maka R. It says, helps me so much, favorite podcast. I was about to cry with this last episode. Loved it and love you, and thank you for being here for us. Oh, oh, that makes me so emotional, because just as much as I'm here for y'all here for me. Like, baby, we are going through this together. And it has been so many women that have come to me and they are like, I love what you are creating. I love what you have created, because you are going through the journey. Like, you are allowing us to come on the journey with you while simultaneously helping us become the best version of ourselves. I'm like, baby, that's a win-win. Like, to me, that is a win-win, because we are healing and growing and evolving and becoming the best version of ourselves together. No homegirl left behind. Okay, listen, no homegirl left behind. I love that so much. Thank you so much, Maka R, for the review. It means so much to me when I can read y'all reviews, and I just appreciate it. So now let's get into one of the most favorite parts of the Girl Just Heal podcast, baby. If you know the jingle, go ahead, get your best singing voice on, because it's time to sing it, okay? Y'all know what time it is, baby. It is time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. It is time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. Eight. Prayer cards. Prayer cards. Eight. It is time for the prayer cards, homegirls. And I am super excited about the prayer cards. As always, I think I say that every single time, but y'all just don't understand. I am so excited when it comes to these prayer cards, because I know that God just be like, he gonna show up. He gonna show up through these prayer cards. He gonna sit in these episodes, and man, it's just so, I love it. I love it so very much. All right, so today's scripture comes from James chapter 1, verse 17, and it says, every good and perfect gift is from above. Woo! I love this scripture. Every good and perfect gift is from above. Yes, let's go to this James chapter 1, verse 17. And we are in the Amplified version. And the Amplified version says, every good thing given and every perfect gift is from above. It comes down from the Father of lights, the creator and sustainer of the heavens, in whom there is no variation, no rising or setting or shadow cast by his turning, for he is perfect and never changes. Baby, listen, they went there, didn't they? Every good thing given and every perfect gift is from above. It comes down from the Father of lights, in whom there is no variation or shadow cast by his turning, for he is perfect and never changes. Ooh, I love that so much. Oh, I want to try the New Living Translation version. New Living Translation version says, Whatever is good and perfect is a gift coming down to us from God our Father, who created all the lights in the heavens. He never changes or casts a shifting shadow. Baby, whatever is good and perfect is a gift coming down to us from God our Father. Baby, whatever is good and perfect. Listen, I want to know how y'all feel about that scripture. Let me know in the comments how you interpret that scripture. To me, it's really self-explanatory. Every good and perfect gift is from above. And I'm actually living in that as like, I'm living proof of that, because with Girl Just Heal, I just feel like this is, and I know in my heart that this is the good gift from above. Like, this came straight down from God above, and it is so perfect. It is like everything God touches and everything God sends, like every assignment we do, everything God sends into our life, like it is good. Whew. Baby, it is good. I ain't gonna even go there, but I think about when God created the heavens and the earth, and he looked and said, it is good. Listen, go read the book of Genesis and you're going to see where I'm coming from, okay? So I want to go ahead and get into this episode because, listen, I tried to do this episode a couple weeks back because it was like a kind of, not even a part 2 of the episode, If This Mirror Could Talk, but it was a like, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, but it was a next part or something that I thought about. I was like, man, I should have said that in the episode, but it was so good and like so much more to be talked about that I said, I got to do a total different episode. So I was sitting and I was thinking, because I've seen a lot of like homegirls come, and the homegirl, if you're not in the Girl Just Heal community on Facebook, baby, go join it. Okay. This community is so amazing. Like, we are over 100,000 homegirls in the Facebook community. Baby, go join it, okay? The homegirls really show up, posting and just good vibes, very positive, and just helping each other heal, grow, and evolve. And I love it so much. But the homegirls be posting, and I seen a couple of homegirls that's like, if you can't take me as I am, then you can watch me leave or accept me for who I am. And if don't try to change me, and like stuff like that. And listen to me. When I was reading that, it was like something else unlocked. Like, y'all, put your seatbelts on, because I didn't unlock another puzzle of the healing process and the healing journey, and I got to come share it with you. So the piece of the healing journey I unlocked, which, let me just start by saying, yes, if you have people in your life, they should accept you for who you are. There is not a person in your life that you should have to change your standards, let down your boundaries, let down your value, your worth. You shouldn't have to change any of that to be in people's lives. And I want you to understand that. And it was vital for me to say that before I continue, because I don't want you to think that in this episode I'm saying that, yeah, you should change on your boundaries a little bit. You should let them down or let your standards down a little bit. No. What I'm saying is this. Yes, people need to accept you for who you are. But baby, if you have flaws about yourself, if you got things about you that are just nasty and disgusting, and people don't want to hang around you, your attitude bad, every time they come around you, your vibe is off, then people in your life should encourage you to change those ways about you. Sometimes we want people in our lives that's just telling us the good stuff. I want you to butter me up. I want you to gas me up. I want you to give me all of the good stuff. Like, no, baby, if I got something in my teeth, I want you to tell me that. If my hair looking crazy, I'm gonna need for you to tell me that. If my outfit ain't looking right, if I got a hole in my jeans or my heel done broke or anything, I need for you to tell me that. We cannot heal. We cannot grow. We can't evolve if we only have people in our lives that's telling us what we want to hear. Listen, and let me just say, This episode, God has really been dealing with me a lot about looking within and self-reflection. And I know if he's dealing with me on that, it's a lot of us homegirls that need this. Like a lot of us homegirls that really need to understand that we have to change ways about ourselves. We cannot continue to look at everybody else and say, you need to change, you need to change, you need to change. But then we are not changing. And we can't only surround ourselves with people who are going to tell us good stuff and butter us up. No, I need somebody to give me a little bit of constructive criticism. Like, I need for you to tell me that I shouldn't have done that. I need for you to tell me I shouldn't have said that, because what that does is helps me grow. It helps the next time I'm in that situation. Now I'm thinking a lot more before I respond, because I know that when I responded last time, it wasn't received well. But the only reason I knew it wasn't received well is because somebody in my life, they brought it to my attention and told me that, hey, you shouldn't have said it like that. Because sometimes we cannot see what we are doing wrong. We cannot see how we offend people. We cannot see, or we don't know, we can't pay attention to how sometimes our ways can make people feel uncomfortable. Sometimes the ways about ourselves can make people want to not be around us. People got to protect themselves from us, all because we can't see these things. But if you got people in your life that's condoning this chaos, people in your life that's condoning these bad parts of you, then how you gonna ever heal? How you gonna ever grow? How you gonna ever evolve? How are you gonna change? How are you gonna become the best version of yourself if you got people feeding delusion? You have people feeding those ways about yourself. And listen, I call it delusion because people are feeding this way about yourself and making you feel like you are doing an awesome job when you really need to change. And now when you encounter situations in your life where people telling you, no, you got to change that, you think that it's okay to be how you been. Because you've had a crowd of people that are not correcting you in love, of course. Listen, now you do have to watch those people who, sometimes they delivery just be, now you're a little too hard on your delivery. I understand that I was wrong, but bring it down a couple notches. Like sometimes that's not always the case. Like every situation doesn't always call for like you to be hollered at or somebody to just talk nasty to you or talk like so hard. Like different situations call for different measures. But you do need those people in your life that are willing to say, I have to say something about your attitude. I have to say something about the way you're going about things. I know you might be mad at me for a little bit. It'll be okay. The sun gonna shine in the morning if we hold out. Like it's gonna be all right. But I'm going to say this because I love you, because I care about you, because I want to see you become the best version of yourself. And those are the people that you need in your life. You need those people that are not afraid to tell you the good and the bad. And sometimes the bad is your attitude is jacked up. Your attitude terrible. Don't nobody want to be around you because you always got an attitude. You mad because the sun out. You mad because it's raining. You mad because snow outside. You mad because it got a little cool breeze. You just mad. Just walking around mad and upset. Nobody wants to be around that, but you have to have people in your life that tell you this because you may think that being mad is normal. You may think that you being mad is nothing wrong with it because that's just how I am. And you can take me as I am or you can leave. Baby, you're going to have a lot of people walking out on you if you don't change that. You're going to have a lot of people walking out on you if you don't surround yourself with the people that's going to help bring that to your focus, help bring that to your view. But what do? And I say we because I've been guilty of this in the past. We push those people away that's going to tell us about ourselves and that's going to make us look at things differently, look at ourselves differently because we want to be comfortable in our mess. I don't know what it is about mess, but sometimes in we are comfortable and we thrive the most in mess. And I'm not talking about everybody else's mess. I'm talking about the mess within yourself. Your attitude ain't right. That's mess. You drama filled. That's mess. You mean. That's mess, okay? That is mess. And we need to just have those people in our lives that's going to say, look, you mean, like, I don't know what you dealing with, but you need to get it together, regroup, because people ain't going to want to be around you. I appreciate those people so much. And I do have people in my life that puts me in check. Baby, they check me like I ain't never seen nobody check before. Like they do. They really check me and put me in my place. It doesn't always feel good when it happens, but after the fact, and I encounter another situation where the same like feelings or things come up, and now I can handle that situation better, I appreciate the people who were in my life who checked me. The people who were in my life and told me, Neimoya, you shouldn't have said that like that. You shouldn't have done that to that person. You shouldn't have made that face. You shouldn't have been there. You shouldn't have showed up like that. Like, I appreciate them even more because now I can grow. Now I can change me. I can change. I'm not going to respond as hard as I responded in the past because I know that that's offensive to some. It may make you feel like I'm just careless or I don't care about you and I'm not this gentle person. I'm not this nice person. It may make you feel a type of way. But if it's something I've always been doing, then I'm going to automatically think that it's right. I'm going to automatically think that nothing is wrong with my approach because it's something I've always done. But just because you've always done it doesn't mean that it's right. Just because you've been like that for 37 years don't mean that it's right. Baby, you got to change. You at year 38, you need to change. Like a new beginning. Okay, you need to experience a new beginning, but you can only experience that new beginning when you have people in your life that are not afraid to tell you and that you allow to tell you. You have to allow these people the space and opportunity. People don't need to feel like they walking on eggshells with you. Okay, allow them the space and opportunity to say, hey, you didn't handle that situation right, or you offended me, your tone was a little off, and I didn't appreciate that. You consider their feelings, you change the ways about yourself, and then when you show up again in another situation, homegirl, you got it. Homegirl, you got it. You're going to grow. You're going to evolve. You're going to become better because somebody was generous enough to tell you, look, you got to get yourself together. And homegirl, listen. I'm that one that's generous enough to tell you, you ain't always doing stuff right, homegirl. And I know that may be hard for you to hear, but baby, trust me, I put myself in the hot seat first because I know that I ain't always doing things right. I don't always approach situations the best. You're not going to always do things the best, homegirl. But grow from those things. Learn from those things. Allow people to teach you things that you don't know. Listen, that's it. That's all I got for this episode. We're going to go ahead and close out with the Girl Just Heal mantra. You already know how it goes. Drop in, close your eyes if you can. And the Girl Just Heal mantra is, I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. So thank you so much, homegirl, for tuning in to this week's episode of the Girl Just Heal podcast. I'm Neimoya Basden, and until we speak again, girl, just heal. All right, homegirl, thank you for tuning in to the Girl Just Heal podcast. We want to make sure that we continue supporting you during your healing journey, so be sure to connect with us on all social media platforms at Girl Just Heal, and also join our private Girl Just Heal Facebook community so that you can continue to heal, grow, and evolve.